We're seeing definitely double-digit growth. I mean, in some of the areas we saw up to 30% growth. The region is opening up more and more. We see a good development in Saudi, where they're opening the internal market, etc. So I personally expect about a 15 to 20% growth for Vista in this region over the next 12 to 24 months.
And what about the rest of the world? Where are those other pockets of demand that you're seeing right now?
I mean, America is booming. We're seeing the effect now post-election. It seems to be a very vibrant economy. We see a lot of flights from here to America and back, basically taking advantage maybe of some of the developments between the two regions, which seem to be very positive. Africa is a very, very good spot of growth for us. India is a highlight. We opened offices in India and actually have our own aircraft flying within India, so VT registration. That's certainly very much a booming market. I think we're the only foreign operator with both flying within India and long-haul flying. And we'll see it pretty much around the globe, but those would be the highlights.
FT is a pretty reputable outlet. So let me just go through some of the numbers here that they've put forward. They say you have $62 million left in cash reserves and less than $50 million in equity. Is that correct?
Year end, we ended the year with close to $200 million worth of liquidity, which is December 31st. We're not running the company on a quarterly basis. It's a privately owned company. Important is our long-term strength of the company. We had in 2024 some remaining acquisition payments to be made. Okay, if we want to draw on more liquidity, we could. We don't see the need just for a quarter end. Okay, and the end year numbers that I just told you about basically confirms my point. And this is that the company is very healthy, has enough cash to run its business, and is actually growing the cash now that all the acquisition payments are behind us. So cash flow positive post-acquisition payments.
So is there plans to restructure some of this debt or raise additional capital in order to create perhaps a bigger buffer to address these sustainability questions?
Well, we feel very comfortable with the buffer I just told you about for year end. And the company from here on, with a given infrastructure, we don't need to buy new airplanes because the current infrastructure allows us to grow the business by several $100 million of EBITDA, which by definition will grow the cash balance. So all the acquisitions are behind us. Remember, we took 18 Global 7500 deliveries in 2021 and 2022. They are now fully engaged and flying all around the world. So if there is any great financial opportunity for somebody who brings real value to the table, we're always entertaining a potential partner to come into the company. I own 84% of the company. I will always keep majority of the company. And everything else is really a question of the quality of a potential partner.
So you don't need to raise capital right now?
We don't need to raise capital.